In this video, I'm going to be giving you a simple 5-step Instagram strategy that's going to allow you to gain over 10,000 followers in the next 7 days. In fact, it's so good that I guarantee you're going to get more followers if you simply implement this strategy. In fact, just help this creator gain 10,000 followers, this creator gain 10,000 followers, and this creator gain 10,000 followers, and I want you to be the next one, and all you have to do is simply implement this strategy. That being said, if you skip just one part of the strategy, especially the last part, which is by far the most important, then you're not going to see the success that you want to see on Instagram, and it's going to come down to you being so lazy that you couldn't just simply watch this video and then implement this strategy. Now, before I share with you exactly what it is, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to go quicker on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally upload a video about how to grow on these platforms every single day. In addition to that, I created a free Instagram growth course. You could get at the link in the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post on Instagram and the best hashtags to be using, because unfortunately, I'm not going to have enough time to cover that in this video. What are you waiting for? It's literally 100% free. Step number one is you need to find 20 to 30 hashtags within your niche, because this is gonna allow you to create better content and find creators that you need to be watching. Let me explain. Now, when it comes to these hashtags, you need to basically find the 30 biggest hashtags in your niche. You don't wanna go after the small hashtags, because if you go after small hashtags, you're gonna see small creators and you're gonna see posts that didn't go viral, AKA post topics that Instagram is not pushing. If you don't understand how the Instagram algorithm works, let me break it down for you in incredibly simple terms. Somebody sees a video about whatever the topic is. They interact with it. Then Instagram recommends them more videos like this. In fact, I just listened to a speech with Mark Zuckerberg, and he literally said that this is what Instagram is doing, and this is what Instagram is going to continue to do for the next few years. You want to know why? Because it's what YouTube Shorts is doing, and it's what TikTok is doing, and now Instagram is moving in that direction. So you need to come up with 30 hashtags within your niche. They need to be medium to large, and they need to be very, very specific. You can't go after ones that are kind of on the fringe of your niche. You need to be going after the ones that are specific. That being said, once you have those 30 hashtags, here's what you need to do. You need to go through those hashtags, find the posts that have gone viral from small creators, and then find small creators that are consistently creating content that gets more views than they have followers. The reason being is because if you look at a really large creator, it's got 1 million followers, 2 million followers, and they're getting 500,000 views, well, that's not that good. You want to find those creators that have 10,000, 50,000 followers and get 100,000 views, 200,000 views, 1 million views, because those are the video topics that you need to be targeting. But not only the video topics, there are several other things you need to target, but we'll share that with you later on in this video. Another thing that you need to make sure of when you're looking at these creators is essentially you need to be looking at creators that are doing what you want to be doing. Now, I'm not saying that their website's set up like yours, or their profile, or their aesthetic. That actually has nothing to do with any of this. Those are the unique things that you're going to be doing that are going to make people like you. Instead, you need to make sure that they're going after the same audience that you're going after. Because if not, then you're going to get a really bad read on whether or not you should actually be doing that post. Now, let me give you a few examples here. If you're in the fitness niche, you want to find people that are targeting the same people that you're trying to target. If you're in crypto, you want to find people targeting crypto, not people targeting finance or mortgages or real estate. So please make sure it is very unique to what you are actually trying to do. And essentially what you're going to do, you're going to look at these posts and you're going to recreate them. Now you're going to have a ton of posts. You need 50 to 100 different posts. From those 30 hashtags, it'll be incredibly easy to find 50 to 100 posts. You're going to create those 50 to 100 posts, aka recreate them. And you need to pay attention to the length of the original piece of content, the hook, and you need to make sure that you pay attention to whether they use a long description or a short description, because this is really going to matter. Longer descriptions on Instagram normally mean that people spend a longer time watching that piece of content, or that content is trying to rank for SEO or something along the lines of that. Another thing that you need to understand is that all of your posts, they need to be similar to each other. I'm not saying that they're the same exact thing, but they need to be similar. The reason being is because when somebody looks at a Drake post, or somebody looks at a fitness post, or a crypto post, or a fashion post, or they look at your Beats post, they are then going to get suggested more content like that. So if you're creating one piece of content that's about A, and you're creating the next piece of content that's about Z, well, guess what? Those two things are unrelated, and it's gonna result in them not seeing that next post. And essentially, if you want to grow quicker on Instagram, you need to get really good at showing Instagram that somebody liked one of your posts, they watched one of your posts, and then they wanted to see the next post. If they don't want to see the next post, it means that it's not complimentary. It means that it had absolutely nothing to do with that niche. That means you failed getting the Instagram algorithm to actually care about what you're doing. Now, topic, it's not the only thing that the Instagram algorithm cares about. Another thing that you need to make sure that you're doing before I share with you the most important thing that you need to be doing is that you're focused on the actual watch time of your videos. Now, right now, now, this is a little hard on Instagram because Instagram hadn't rolled out in-depth analytics yet. If you go on TikTok, if you go on YouTube, you get a really nice graph. You can look at your analytics, you can see when the watch time drops off, and then you could change those things. Instagram, unfortunately, doesn't have that. So the way that you're gonna judge your watch time on Instagram is going to be based on how many views you get, granted that you're creating content about the right topic. You see so many small creators on Instagram, I see them make two mistakes. Either one, they're uploading videos about the right topic and not getting enough watch time, or they're uploading videos about the wrong topic and probably still not getting enough watch time, but they're not using the right topic, and that's why their videos don't get pushed out. So remember, anytime your video doesn't get pushed out on Instagram, it's because of one of two things. Either the topic wasn't right or the watch time wasn't right. But the good thing about this is you're able to control that, you're able to change that, and essentially as a small creator, that's what you need to be doing. In addition to that, you need to make sure that you're posting enough. There is nobody that's growing fast on Instagram right now that is not posting frequently. You need to be posting at least 1 time a day, or ideally 2 to 3 times a day. I would not, though, definitely not post more than 4 times a day on Instagram right now. In the past, if you posted 12 times a day, it was great. But right now, you do not want to post more than 4 times a day on your feed. Now, you can upload several story posts. And by the way, story posts aren't going to help you grow quicker. The only thing that is going to help you grow quicker right now on Instagram is you doing Reels posts or you doing co-posts. And co-posts work best when they're Reels. If you don't know what a co-post is, you're basically collabing with somebody. To give you a great example of this, the Nelk boys do an absolutely amazing job at this. Every single time that they post on Nelk page, guess what they do? They make it Nelk plus Kyle, or Nelk plus Steve will do it, or Nelk plus Salim. The reason that they do this is because then it gets pushed out to both of those audiences, and both audiences also have viewers that look like those audiences that get shown their content, and ultimately they're able to expand their reach like crazy. You need to find the same exact thing in your niche. It might be people of your size, it might be people bigger than you, it might be your friends, it might be your own account that you have that's in addition to that account. Nevertheless, I would be doing more co-posts. It is going to help you grow way, way quicker on Instagram. Now, this brings me to the most important part of this video. You're gonna upload all these pieces of content. Some of them are gonna work, some of them are not gonna work. When something works, you need to make sure that you're doing 2 things with it. But before I tell you that, I did want to share with you another hack. If you could get people to post your reels to their story, every time their story gets viewed, you're going to get a view on your reel. In addition, the same thing happens when you post your reel on your story. So I would strongly suggest encouraging other people to share it on their story, your friends, again, people that are within your niche, whatever the case is, get them to share it on their story, share it on your story, and this is going to drastically increase the amount of views that you get, and it's going to increase the odds that people are sharing that piece of content. And Instagram, when somebody shares one of your pieces of content with somebody else in a DM, over text message, anything like that, it shows Instagram, hey, these people want to see this content, we need to push it out more, and ultimately the algorithm ends up pushing it out. And this brings me to the last point of this video, the most important point, which is doubling down on what works. And you could double down in 2 different ways. You can repost those posts. Yes, you can literally download that Instagram post and repost it again as a new feed post without deleting the original one, so long as you do a few things differently. 1, different description, 2, different hashtags, everything else can be the same, but I would make sure that you had a call to action the second time around. The other thing that you could do, you could recreate those posts. Let me give you an example. If you do one like, I should have had Drake on this beat if you're a music creator, or what song am I covering, or what song is this a cover of? Well, then guess what? Whatever song that was, whatever artist it was that you did that on, you need to do it again. The same thing goes for crypto. If you see that your Bitcoin stuff takes off more than your Ethereum stuff, what should you do? Yeah, create more Bitcoin content. Not the next coin down the line. So many of you are failing to double down on the content that you're creating, and that is why you're not successful on Instagram right now. But again, if this works, you're going to get more than 10,000 followers in the next 7 days. If it doesn't work, you know exactly what you need to do. Come up with better video topics that are trending right now, create those videos, focus on the amount of watch time that you're getting, and ultimately, you're going to get more followers on Instagram. And I need to tell you something. It's almost as easy to grow on Instagram right now as it ever has been before. It might have been a little bit easier a month ago, but we'll go back to those times in the future. But nevertheless, you need to make sure that you're taking advantage of this opportunity, because how easy it is to grow on Instagram right now is not going to last forever, and I don't know how long it's gonna be around. So if you wanna get more followers on Instagram, you wanna get more reach on Instagram, and ultimately you wanna take advantage of all the benefits that being on Instagram has for you, then you need to keep watching this video, because I'm gonna share with you exactly how we can work together to guarantee that you get more followers on Instagram. All of that being said, if you want guaranteed growth on Instagram in 2022 or just in the next 30 days, you need to get into my mentorship program where I guarantee that I can help you grow on Instagram. In fact, I'm gonna tell you what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use to guarantee that you grow in the next 30 days. If you don't grow, I'm gonna give you your money back, 0 questions asked. Now, there are limited spots for this because there are so many people that wanna get into it, but I can only work with so many creators. So if you're interested, go to the link in the description. This is the same exact course that Tuvok12 took to gain over 100,000 followers on Instagram. Av Moves took to gain over 1 million followers on Instagram, that Joel Magician took to gain over 500,000 followers on Instagram, and so many other creators. I'm telling you guys, the organic reach on Instagram is not going to last forever. If you want to take advantage of this, you want brands to pay you for your posts, you want to know what you should be posting, what hashtags to use, what time you should be posting, and again, guaranteed growth on Instagram. Nobody has ever offered this before. Nobody's ever going to be able to offer this, but I can offer this to you right now if you get into this very limited program. So please, if you're interested, sign up at the link in the description. If not, I strongly suggest you check out the next two videos I'm going to put up on the screen because they're the videos that YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.